Let's go now to former Democrat White House staffer Barbara Heineback joins us live from Brisbane. Good to talk to you again, Barbara. Just quickly, your top of the line assessment of the debate?
I was really surprised. I just didn't even believe that Kamala had that much direction inside her, or that she could take direction that well, because we all know that she is surrounded by what I think of as the golden triangle. You've got George Clooney and Hollywood at the top, and you've got the mass media, and then the third part of that is Wall Street, and they're all in her corner. But the fact that she was able to come out and stay calm, and we did not get the usual word salad, but she had some pretty good pings that she hit him with. And I was also surprised that Trump was just not on top of his game today. I was expecting much more from him about the border. He didn't hold her feet to the fire on that and talk about the caravans and all of those people. They didn't go much into crime. They didn't go into, it was mentioned that she wanted to defund the police. She played that one off and just walked beyond it and went on.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. I want to get your thoughts on a few excerpts here. First up, let's talk about identity politics and this debate, if you like, controversy in the past as to whether Kamala Harris is a woman of colour or a black American. Let's see how that played out.
You make a big deal out of something. I couldn't care less. Whatever she wants to be is okay with me.
But those were your words, so I'm asking.
I don't know. I mean, all I can say is I read where she was not black, that she put out. And I'll say that. And then I read that she was black, and that's okay. Either one was okay with me. That's up to her.
I think it's, I mean, honestly, I think it's a tragedy that we have someone who wants to be president who has consistently, over the course of his career, attempted to use race to divide the American people. You know, I do believe that the vast majority of us know that we have so much more in common than what separates us, and we don't want this kind of approach that is just constantly trying to divide us, and especially by race.
There we go, Barbara. I'm very keen to get your analysis of that exchange and what it means politically.
Politically, it was probably Trump's lowest moment, I think. And it all stemmed from what happened a couple of weeks ago when he was speaking to the National Black Journalist Group in Atlanta, Georgia, and why he would bring that up. And if there's one thing about Kamala, I know, and I remember Kamala from California back in the 1990s, she was dating and going out with Willie Brown, and it was clear to everyone she was a woman of color. So he just walked into quicksand with that one, because it was actually, if for people who have a little more than, you know, a low border of what's information based about the media, it's been the Democrats for the last 5 or 6 years who've been playing the race card. And that is part of the core issue of all of this woke nonsense. Yep. Republicans have not gone there with that. And that he walked into that was not smart on his part. And when he did it with Obama saying, well, I don't think the birther, they called it, I don't think you were born in the United States with Bertha. Donald Trump didn't start that rumor. If you do your history, it was Bill and Hillary Clinton who first put that one forward. So
yeah, but Trump went on with some of these things. He doesn't start a lot of these things, but he amplifies them, as he did with the pet thing today. I want to go to one of the main attacks on Kamala Harris. We'll hear this time and time again, but that's about her chopping and changing her policies, her formerly very left-wing policies. She's trying to get back to the right now. Let's start with gun control. Here's what she said just last week after that shocking latest shooting in the US.
We have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way.
OK, that was just last week. She's sounding like she's in favour of gun control. Go back further, about 5 years, and she was saying she was in favour of mandatory gun buybacks.
I support buybacks, and I think that, look, we have 5 million assault weapons on the streets of America.
Yet today, in the debate, we got this from Kamala Harris.
Tim Walz and I are both gun owners. We're not taking anybody's guns away, so stop with the continuous lying about this stuff.
So help me out here, Barbara. Is she in favour of gun control or not?
She says she's in favor of gun control. Just about every congressman and every Democrat congressman and Democrat senator, they say they're for gun control. But believe you me, most of the women walking around, and a lot of the men, if not all, they have a little pistoli in their purse or in their pocket, and their drivers also have a gun. And most of them live in a gated community that has guards or police or some sort of people to protect them. So there are two sides to this coin. What they say and what they do are two different coins. And I don't know why Trump didn't go after her, not just on the gun control, but on the crime in all of the cities. Yep. She was against fracking. Now she's for it.
Well, that's it. I'll just pick you up there because that's another example I've got here. Here's what Kamala was saying in recent years when it comes to fracking.
Will you commit to implementing a federal ban on fracking your first day in office, adding the United States to the list of countries who have banned this devastating practice?
There's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking. So, yeah.
Yet today at the debate, she said she was definitely not favouring a fracking ban. She supported fracking, and Donald Trump took her up on that.
Fracking? She's been against it for 12 years. Defund the police. She's been against that forever. She gave all that stuff up very wrongly, very horribly, and everybody's laughing at it, okay? They're all laughing at it. She gave up at least 12 and probably 14 or 15 different policies, like she was big on defund the police. In Minnesota, she went out. Wait a minute. I'm talking now. If you don't mind, please. Does that sound familiar?
There we go. We're just about out of time, Barbara. Just in a few words, did this debate increase Kamala Harris's chances or not?
Yes, it really did.
I think it did too.
It's going to help America, but if she holds on like she did today, and I don't know if she can prepare for another debate or if they'll even allow her to go into one since she nailed this one so well. But Trump's got his work to do now.
He sure does. Thanks so much for joining us, Barbara. Great to catch up with you again and get your insights. Barbara Heineback there live from Melbourne.